What's up guys, Shane here, Fugatech 3D Printing. I've got my little agenda going here. We're talking about a crappy camera, Patreon, Amazon affiliate links, what came in my mail. Let's get started this week. So welcome back guys. Like I said, I've got my little agenda here. I love this is called a Boogie board. It's a little LCD like writer thing. I originally got this for my kids, but I stole it because I'm an awesome dad. And I wanted to use it because it's great to just jot stuff down, hit the erase button, and boom, it's gone. So it works out really well for me. And the very first thing we're going to talk about is a crappy SJ camera. So you guys saw in the last vlog or the one before that, I picked up this cheap $20 SJ camera, and it is utter garbage. It is not 1080p, which is what they claim. So I'm a little mad that eBay's like, oh, you have to return it in order to get your money back. I'm like, no, this is crap. And it came from China, and it cost me $30 to ship it back to them. So because, you know, eBay doesn't want to help anybody and they just do their own thing, we agreed on a 40% return, and I get to keep this. So they were funding me 40%, I should say, of the purchase, and I get to keep this. So I threw it on a selfie stick, gave it to my oldest daughter, and said, here, have fun, make your own homemade movies, and she's doing that. But again, the output of this is actually only VGA, so 768 by like 400. Like, it's just utter crap. So I'm a little mad about that, but it was $20. It was a gamble. I wanted to try it out. Please don't buy this. And I have now decided that I'm just gonna bite the bullet and get one of the newer GoPros. They have a long line now of various price point GoPros, and they do have one for right around $200. So I'm going to be saving up in order to get that in the next few months. And I'm just going to get a legit GoPro, and we'll go from there. Now for Amazon affiliate link, I just want to say thank you to everyone out there using that. You guys are killing it. It is truly great to see how much you guys are using it. I've had people hit me up multiple times on my personal Facebook, on my Fugatech 3D Printing Facebook, via in the links or in the comments down in YouTube videos, messages via YouTube. So I want to thank all of you guys for doing that, for helping me out. It will really show up here in the next few months. It lags behind several months. It wasn't being used a whole lot last year, but I mean, still quite a bit. And I will be able to purchase more things for the channel. I don't know if it's going to be video equipment or if it's actually going to be 3D printing items, but something to try and enhance, you know, the content you guys are getting. So thank you so much for using that. Please keep it up. And the links for all that stuff is down below. I have added on an AliExpress down below, so we now have eBay, MakerGeeks, AliExpress, and Amazon. So please use those links. I appreciate all the help you guys are giving me. So now let's talk Patreon. So I've went ahead and revamped my Patreon, and it just sucks I don't have more to give back to you guys for giving me money. Anything that you guys send me, honestly, is amazing, and I love it. So I've set up several tiers. The first tier is $1, and it's just like, hey, you like what I do, send me $1 a month and feel good about yourself. You know, give yourself a warm hug. So that's great. Second one is ad block forgiveness. So this one is kind of crucial to me because I'm going to talk about here in a second my YouTube revenue, because, you know, I really don't care if you guys know what I make. I don't do this full time. This is just something I do in the evenings. And, you know, here it is, what, 10 o'clock at night filming this. Now with the ad block forgiveness, a ton of people use ad block, and it has taken me, I started doing this in July of 2016. So here we are, fast forward 8.5 months later. I have just now gotten my first payout from YouTube. Granted, I only hit, well, actually another milestone, I hit 100,000 views on, or 100,000 minutes viewed, and 50,000 views is what I just passed on my YouTube channel, which is fantastic. But you look at those numbers, and you look at the amount that I received, it's kind of skewed. So you'd think from watching that much I should be getting more revenue, even though it's what, like 3 cents or a nickel every time you guys watch a full-fledged ad. And it takes, granted, a long time to get to the minimum payment of YouTube, which is $100. They don't pay you out anything before that. It's not like Amazon, they pay you out whatever you make in that month, or eBay, whatever you make in that month, that's what comes to you. Patreon, whatever you get per month, it comes to you. So this is kind of like, hey, I'm all for you guys using ad block. I use it too. But it's, you know, you're not helping anybody. I know it sounds so selfish and whatnot, but I use those ads in order to fund this channel, in order to buy the random things that I get in here for the channel and whatnot. So if you do use AdBlock, I do ask that you donate $2 to me, and there are a ton of creators out there that do have a $1 or $2 AdBlock forgiveness. And that is just saying, hey, if you're not going to watch the ads and you have a more pleasurable experience on YouTube, throw $1 or $2 to your favorite YouTuber out there. It's really not hurting anyone. Obviously, your pocketbook, your money is your money. You do what you want. But it's kind of a big thing to us as YouTubers on how we fund the channels. Again, I do not do this as a full-time job, so it really doesn't affect me terribly, but I want to be able to buy new equipment, buy more filament, buy more 3D printers, do giveaways of money that I've made. I've bought stuff and I've given it away to everyone. So that is something that I look into for that. The next tier is either $5 or $10. I'm sorry, I should have written this down before I started filming this. But I do know at $10, I'll give anyone a shout out here in one of my vlogs. So if you want to do that, I'm more than happy to do that for you. I'll follow you on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever pages you have. I will monitor what you put out, and I will be able to help promote your product and what you do by you helping me out via Patreon. And I did set up 2 more tiers way up high. And this is kind of shooting for the stars eventually, and it's kind of sponsorships. And a lot of companies, some companies have sent me more filament than others, and I'm getting reoccurring communications with some of these companies. So eventually I'm going to say, hey guys, it's really great you do this, but what if you did this for me? I would tote those brands, and I actually like all the filament that I've received aside from one. I've pretty much liked everything I've received, so if any one of them wanted me to, I could wholeheartedly recommend their filament, which is, I think some of it is great stuff, especially like toner plastics. That filament was pretty amazing, and you saw some of the prints I got on several of my printers. That was some nice stuff. And so some of those companies, it's really about that. So that is just me saying, hey, if you want to advertise via my YouTube channel, there's 2 tiers up there. One includes a actual clip that I will put in, an advertisement for them, and that is limited. They're both limited to how many people. I'm not, gonna go out and say, hey, I want 50 companies to help me. No, it's like 5 in 1. So an actual ad would be only 1, and I think I had 3 or 5 for, hey, I will, just promote your stuff more often because I use it so much. And that's just the Patreon thing. So if you guys want to head over to that, there's going to be a link down below in the video description, and at the end, right up here, there's going to be a become a patron orange button right there. You guys can click on that. Even if you don't go, at least go and check it out. I am working on a video for the Patreon, so that will kind of just introduce me, what I'm looking for, how you can help, and things like that. But that is to come soon, I hope. Okay, so we talked about Patreon. Let's go back to the YouTube thing. So I did receive my, well, it's in process right now, 4 or 5 days, my first payout from YouTube, which is $119 over roughly 8 months of filming and views and whatnot. So for 100,000 minutes watched, I equivalent that into $100. So as you can see, the ratio of that. So I can now pretty much, I'm going to make that my bench line, and when I get to 200,000 views, which God knows how long that's going to take because it took 100,000, it took 8 months to get there, I'll look for like my second $100 installment. So that kind of can show you guys. I know Tom Sandlinger, maybe, in one of his recent live streams, he's shown how much he actually makes per month. And you can see really how it's really not that much. And the guy has 60,000 subscribers. And how much he makes via YouTube really isn't that much money in US dollars. So, again, using the ad block, tying that in with Patreon, helping out your favorite guy. If I'm not your favorite guy, if Tom or Joel or Angus or any of those guys happen to be your favorite, Chuck Hellebuck, they're great, great channels to support. I recommend you pick at least one and do that. You really help out the community, and you help grow to help me and other guys create more content for you. So I've been getting comments about my intro. It sucks. I know. Trust me. It is the free thing I could do via Blender by downloading something off YouTube and doing the whole free Blender thing. I am not a video editor, guys. I am not a graphics designer. I'm an IT guy. I am a tinkerer. I am a builder. I am a hands-on person. Comes with software, it's pretty bad. And you see my videos are not the most professionally done. I do the best I can. I'm learning tips and tricks. You're going to see some changes in some of my videos coming up right now. Obviously, this is a new angle that I'm testing out to see if I like it or not. but again, it's something I'm learning. So if anyone wants to do an intro for me, I'm debating on doing a contest. So maybe I'll pick up, you know, 2 or 3 rolls of filament from somebody, see if a company will send me some, maybe a Raspberry Pi or something else, and I will give someone a printer, or a prize, I should say. So leave me some comments down below what you guys think about that. It might be something I run at 1,500 subscribers, something like that. Anyone that wants to join in, and it's going to be completely up to me on what I deem the best, and I'll probably actually end up asking my wife to see what she thinks too. So let me know down below what you guys think about that. If anybody be willing, please write down there, hey, if you want to do it just to do it because you're an awesome person, please let me know, and I would love to hear from any of you about that. A couple of things that are kind of going through my mind. So the Geeetech is a fickle device, and I recently just lost my Sanguino Lulo board. When I say lost, I didn't actually lose it. It burnt through one of the connectors, and this is actually for the thermistor, had burnt through the connector. So I decided, well, that's a hazard. So I took that right off right away, and I threw the spare on that I had bought a while back, probably like 10 vlogs ago, and put that on instead. But I really hate these boards. They are cheap. They are just crap because you can't put a cooling fan on it. I did just do a mod so that I can do soft PWM fan. I enabled that in the old ass Marlin that I'm using. It took me like 4 days to figure it out because I am an absolute noob at that kind of stuff. And I figured it out. I bought some MOF sets last week that came in. I'll show you guys those, what I got. Rigged it all up, and it's working well enough. So I'm debating on getting one of Geeetech's other boards, which is like a GT 2535 or something like that. It's a white board. A lot of people praise it and say it works really nice with the Geeetech printers. But I could do that, or I could scrap the whole printer and make a HyperCube and do a video series about that. I really like the HyperCube design. I don't want to buy all new parts for a whole nother printer, and I don't want to keep hanging on to printers that are giving me trouble. And my favorite printer, and I'm going to quote Joel here, is the printer that's working the best. And that happens to be the FT5 because that works the best almost all the time. The Geeetech works well most of the time. So I'm really torn on what I should do. Is, you know, should I wait and get enough money through Amazon and Patreon and put all that aside and then buy all the parts for a HyperCube, or should I just scrap the Geeetech, take the motors off, get a new board obviously because this board is not going to cut it, and use most of the parts and significantly reduce the cost in creating a HyperCrate. The biggest cost right now is going to be the aluminum extrusion for me to source, and I think I'm going to get that through Fugatech because they have really good prices from them for their 2020 aluminum extrusion. But that's another thing I'd like to hear about from you guys, is what do you think? I had talked before about either doing a Persa MK2X or doing the HyperCube or like a D-Bot Core XY, but I think I'm going to do the Core XY / HyperCube. And I just kind of want your opinions, what you think about scrapping printers to make other ones. You know, I've modded the hell out of that, but I don't know if I'm getting enough, you know, view content about the Geeetech printer. So I have to go back and look at views and metrics and analytics and things like that. And if there's a lot of interest in it, I will keep it around and I will keep modding and I will keep printing with it in order to show you guys what you can do with it. Or I can scrap it. So it's just something, you know, floating around in my head. I'd love to hear from you guys about that. So this is going to be kind of like a very interactive vlog this time. And the more comments you guys give me, the more I can go off of. And I can kind of steer the way that this is going. And you guys have a huge input into that because I'm still in my infancy here on YouTube. And the directions I go, I'd love to get feedback from you guys, so you know, please hit me up. And lastly, let's talk about mail real quick. So I did receive this fun little table turner, and I've got a benchy on there. This was actually my most successful benchy on the Delta printer, and it spins real nice. It's got 2 settings on it, which is kind of cool. So right now it's on the slow. You can take this gear off. You probably can't see it. You take the gear off, put it up here onto the high setting, and it goes much faster than that. It takes a single D battery, or it does come with this USB powered to the, you know, like the, I don't even know what these connectors are called, the round laptop connector. And it comes with a little USB thing for that. So this is going to kind of be nice. I'm going to try to integrate this into some of the newer filament reviews that I'm going to be filming soon. I have like 3 or 4 videos queued up in YouTube to actually publish to you guys. They've already been filmed, edited. I just have to do the YouTube part of it and things like that. So this is a fun little thing that I'll be including in. What else do we get? We got some LEDs. So, oh, that's the connector for them. I had purchased these ones because I have this arm right here. So this goes on the Monoprice Select Mini, and this is to give me, so this goes on right about like that. It sits on there, and the LEDs go through here, and this is for lighting that unit while it's printing for my time lapse to make stuff easier. All the LEDs I had were way too thick for it, so I picked these up, and yes, to confirm, they fit in there perfectly. So I can then, I'll snip a piece of these, run the wires through, and get all those stuck in there. Then I'll be able to reinstall this on there and get a little bit better lighting for those time lapses. One review I have coming up, the Accelevan PLA review, is completely printed on the Monoprice Select Mini. So I kind of wanted to showcase that a little more and what you could print with it and all the different things that I've done with it, which is really, really fun for me. It also comes with a power brick. Right here we have some bearings that I honestly don't remember where I picked these up from. I bought several sets of bearings from several different places to see who would come and the quality that they would come in. They're a little greasy. So these are 6 millimeter. So these are the LMU6, something like that. But anyways, these are the longer bearings, and these are going to be for the support on the Monoprice Select Mini. To help the X-axis gantry to give that a little more rigidity because it's only anchored on one side. So I have a ton of mods planned for that. This was one of the final things I was waiting to come in. I think I ordered a clone for it, for the hot end, a V6 clone. I'll have to go back through my orders and look. I ordered a nice cheap one with an all-metal hot end throat. So you can just order the throats separately, and I did that. Actually, now I think I did order them. So that should probably be here in another, I don't know, couple weeks. But I'm going to start doing the build and all the mods to that. I talked to people in the Monoprice Select Mini group, and they all agreed that, hey, you should do this in chunks. So if you're doing anything with the Z-axis, do all those mods together. Anything X-axis, all those mods together. Oh, and I do have new belts, and I have new pulleys coming in so that I can change out all the plastic, GT to the 20-tooth pulleys into metal ones. I was perusing Thingiverse the other day, and I found this holster here for my Nerf Strongarm. So I have several of these. I have 2 that my kids and I shoot each other with, and I have another Nerf gun right back there that you guys can see. That's coming up in a review. I printed a holder for that as well. But this was pretty boss. So this is a hip holster, and you have right here for a belt, and there's another buckle that I 3D printed, and you can just use some like webbing style belts. I was going to cut up an old belt, but I actually don't have one, so I'm going to find something. This hangs off your hip, and then this goes around your leg to give you a nice hip holster. It's a little looser than I would have liked. I would have liked a more of a glove fit. And the way it was printed, this bottom section here was printed, was a separate piece, and I don't know why they did that, but they did. But it came out really nice. I mean, this is using Proto Paradigm's black PLA, which it has a nice kind of a matte finish to it. You can see it against my chest here. It's not really that shiny. I really like that about that PLA. It's not like Hatchbox comes out really, really shiny. And I did not want that to be a shiny piece. So that was a cool little print that I did. Some kind of, horse for the carriage for the horse right here. I went ahead and worked on my 1,000 subscriber play button. So I did print that. I'm not going to reveal that. That's going to be in the 1,000 subscriber video once I hit that. I'm at 976 right now. So between like last week and this week, it was like 100 and some subscribers rolled in. So all you new guys, what's up? And mind blown on all of you guys just showing up all of a sudden. That's fantastic. But I said, hey, we're going to do a prize at 1,000. Let's look at what it's going to be. So here it is. It is a Raspberry Pi 3 starter kit. It comes with a case, the Raspberry Pi, and it comes with a cable. It does not come with a USB. It does come with the heat sinks for it. But this is everything you need aside from a USB to get started with your own Octoprint, or however else you want to use Astroprint. I recommend Octoprint. But I bought several of these kits a while back, and I'm using one for Plex on my TV down here in our basement. I have one running Octopi on the FT5, and I have this one. So this is what I'm going to give away to whoever the 1,000 subscriber winner is. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a quick little video saying thank you to you guys. I'm going to reveal my play button for 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to give you a link to the Gleam. I'm going to work on the Gleam now. Gleam, you know, that's the recommended way I see in doing a prize. It's the most non-biased way, so nobody gets their, you know, self all wound up about it. I did that for my 300 subscriber one. It went really well. So that's going to be coming up. So whoever wants a Raspberry Pi 3, stay tuned. Watch out my channel, subscribe so you know when I put out that video. You can start getting entries. There'll be daily entries that you can get, and it's going to run for 1 calendar week. So whatever day I hit 1,000, I would try my best to get the video recorded, edited, and uploaded that same day. Might be a day later, but the day that it uploads is the day starting then. 1 week is how long you're going to have. So keep your eyes peeled, subscribe, make sure you know when it happens. And the very last thing, I am super upset about this, and it just kills me that this had to happen. The power supply on that doggone Delta printer died. And I'm pretty upset about that because I spent quite a long time working on the build. I spent a long time working on the videos for it. I spent a long time calibrating it, and I really was hoping that it was going to come out to be a better printer. And this just kind of put the final nail in the coffin. You guys have seen all the issues I've run into over the past few months trying to get that running properly. And for the power supply to die on me, that just really, really irks me. There will be a review coming out finally of that. It's not going to be favorable. I'll forewarn you right now of that, and that's really sad. It was showing to be a promising kit, something you could build on and go from. But now that I've lost the power brick, I've kind of lost all motivation for it. And it was printing out my YouTube button, and it failed due to that power supply failing. I've tested it several times trying to get it working again. There's nothing I can do. I've switched plugs, I've switched cables, and that's just super upsetting. Maybe I could rip that apart and make a HyperCube out of it. I already have half the 2020 lumen extrusion, just cut it down and work with that. I'd feel bad for the company though since they sent it to me, but oh well. It clearly is not a printer you should be buying, and that will be reflected in the review. But that is another video. So sorry to end that on kind of a somber note there, but anyways, I'm excited. 1,000 subscribers is right around the corner. Thank you guys for subbing, all you new guys. If you're watching this right now, you're not subbed, hit the sub button. You'll have a chance to win a Raspberry Pi. This is what, $50-some of a kit. That's not too bad, in my opinion. You know, get 50 bucks, you don't have to pay shipping, and all you have to do is watch a couple videos, you know, like my Facebook page, things like that. Should be really nice and easy for you guys to do. So that's it. Please enjoy this final, end screen I'm doing here. I am working on another end screen. It's going to include some social media over here. I'm getting a lot of attention on Instagram, which is great. Facebook's kind of lacking a little bit, but Instagram, you guys are all over that. So those links are down below for now. Eventually they'll be here on the end card. And let's wrap it up. If you guys like this video, if you learned something, if you think I'm doing is cool or whatever it is that you like the video. That all helps me out. If you didn't dislike the video, let me know. I know I ramble on in these a little bit, but I am going to put on some time links that was suggested to me. So some time links are going to go in to kind of get you through, oh, that sounds interesting, let's listen to that part. So that's going to be coming around. If you want to support the channel, biggest way to do it, right down there, it's going to be a nice subscribe button. Hit that, subscribe, know when videos come out, know when that 1,000 subscriber video comes out, and you're ineligible for anything that I do unless you're a subscriber. So might as well hit that button, make yourself happy, make me happy, and let's do it. Up here is a Patreon link. Donate me $1 more, greatly appreciated. Again, there's the different tiers in there. Check it out. Even if you don't even want to donate, just head over there and take a look at it. See what you think about what I'm doing. If you have any suggestions to what I can do on Patreon, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Down below, there's affiliate links, like I said before. There's Amazon, there's eBay, there is MakerGeeks, there is AliExpress now, which is cool for all you guys buying all the super cheap stuff. All those links are down there, so please check that out. Again, my Instagram, my Facebook page is down there as well. Follow me on all of that. Twitter's down there now. I finally got my Twitter reactivated. So all of that is down there. Please check all that stuff out. I thank you guys for all your support, and as always, happy printing.